Thank you. Good night, Dean. Good morning, Ivonne. Um, my presentation is about the good market in Sri Lanka. The good market. The good market is a social enterprise, a Sri Lankan social enterprise that promotes products that are good for the planet, good for the country, and good for you. It started in December 2012 in Colombo, Sri Lanka, as a small volunteer-driven initiative that brought together, that created a physical marketplace to allow organic producers, social responsible business, and social enterprises to have a space that were creating actually products that, organic products, social responsible products, and healthy products, to have a space to showcase the products, while at the same time creating a space for mindful consumers of Sri Lanka to find organic and healthy products. The public response to this initiative has greatly exceeded the expectations. Having started as a small event with 32 vendors getting together every Thursday at an outdoor location, it now has more than 100 approved vendors, waiting list for stalls, and a Saturday event at another venue, and more than 4,000 followers in Facebook. Given the demand of the consumers to have access to these organic products on a more regular basis, the Good Market has recently opened a shop that is open 7 days of a week. The Good Market is a curated event. All vendors have to go through a process of application and review to ensure that they meet the basic Good Market standards that were developed for multiple categories, being farm products, including plant-based materials and animal products, prepared foods, and handicrafts. The standards for farm products to which I will attend to are the following. The level 1 is organically grown. That means poison-free, no synthetic fertilizers or pesticides used, nor GMOs, in transition to organic or PGS or organic certified. The level 2 is PGS verified by a local PGS transparent, that has been based on IFARM organic standards. This PGS includes farm visits. The level 3 is organic certified, independently verified by an accredited certifying body. And the level 4 is FGP certified, forest gardens and analog forestry, independently verified by a accredited certifying body. Many of you may have heard for the first time this term of forest garden product certification. So I will very quickly explain. This is a system of certification that goes beyond organic. It seeks to verify not only that the basic organic demands are met, but also it verifies that the health of the ecosystem is maintained, that biodiversity is increased, and that structure complexity is maintained as well. This type of certification is The holders are the International Analog Forestry Network, and so far is the only global certification system recognized in the family of IFOAM standards. Family of standards. It exists now a certifying, third-party certifying body, FGPIC, that is based in Sri Lanka. So, in the when we started in the beginning the market, in the level 1 that I explained, were included groups that had a long history of organic cultivation, but didn't have a PGS or third-party certification. Then, once the clients, the consumers of the good market started getting familiarized with the standards and the products, they also began to ask the question, how do we know that these products of level 1 are really organic? The producers of this level also realized that the customers were prioritizing or preferred to buy products that had a PGS or third-party certification level, and so the value of having a type of accreditation to back up the claims that the products were organic. This is when the need to have a PGS system that met the good market requirements became obvious. At that time, though there were some PGS programs registered in Sri Lanka, vendors couldn't find anyone that was functional at the moment. So we decided to start the PGS program, the Good Market PGS program. And that started on a decision made by the Good Market committee with vendors and producers. It was decided that since February 2004, non-level 1 vendors could continue vending. Every vendor at the market had to have PGS or third-party accreditation. So the process started with around 30 good market stakeholders, including producers, consumers, vendors, service providers, and organic experts that came together and draft the first good market standards based and related documents based on the IFOAM organic standards. All these documents were then translated into Sinhala and Tamil language and distributed among the stakeholders for observations and comments. Later on, all these documents were endorsed by a larger group of stakeholders. From their side, the producers group started also organizing themselves by creating cluster groups, and each farm signed a farm promise, and organizing internal evaluations. These internal evaluations consisted of at least 3 leaders, community leaders or farmer leaders, who will visit all the farmers and make sure that they met with the claims that they were doing on the producers' promises. At the same time, the Good Market started organizing for external evaluations. A call was made for volunteers who would like to participate in these external evaluations, and again the response was really great, with 120 people getting enlisted as volunteers to do these farm visits. We saw the need of training this group of volunteers. At that time, Control Union, a third-party certification body, offered to do a basic training for the volunteers. And at this training, 65 people attended this training, and this is the list of volunteers that we have at the Good Market now. A Good Market PGS committee was formed, and the external evaluations started by the volunteers organizing the transport, while farmers provided meals and accommodation when there was needed. So the procedure to access to the PGS certification starts by the farmers producers. Each farmers of the cluster group will sign a promise, producer promise. They will hand it to the leader team, farmer leader team, which will carry on the internal evaluation, visiting each one of the farms and reviewing the farm records. Next, the producer group will contact, if they feel they are ready, they will contact the Good Market Committee and request for external evaluation. The Good Market Committee will make a call for the volunteers, which will form groups between 5 to 6 people, always with a technical leader, and will go and visit the farms. The farms visit have to include the review of the documentation, the farm records, and at least 20% of the farms have to be visited, or at least 5 farms when the numbers are lower. The external evaluation leader, in consultants with the team, makes a final decision on approval or not of the PGS certificate for the cluster group, farmer group. He informs the groups, the farmers, and informs the Good Market Committee about the decision, and the Good Market Committee issues a certificate, a PGS certificate that will have a validity of 1 year. The cost for producer groups members of 1 year is 600 rupees or $5 for home gardeners that have less than 1 acre, 1,200 rupees or $10 for farmers with more than 1 acre, and for independent farmers, 5,000 rupees or $40. This is the organic Good Market Organic PGS logo. There was also a big demand for animal products, especially free-range poultry, and based on the success with the organic farm products, the Good Market decided to develop the free-range PGS standards. These free-range participatory warranty system standards are based on international animal welfare programs like Human Choice and World Food Animal Welfare. The term free-range in the Good Market means that the vendors are following these free-range PGS standards and have been visited by external evaluators or volunteers, including at least one specialist on the subject. I have to say that so far there have been several visits to these free-range farms, but no yet one has been accepted. What means that the consumers are very tough. They want really to make sure that the standards are met, and that puts pressure and makes the farmers to really work hard to meet the standards set. Another PGS that has been developed by the Good Market is the Fair Trade Participatory Warranty System. This is for arts and handicrafts vendors, and that gives them the possibility of raising their own standards and to demonstrate the environmental and social impact they are doing. So vendors with that look for fair trade PGS will sign a fair trade promise, and Good Market volunteers will visit the handicrafts producers and ensure that they are carrying on with adequate practices, and do some support also with some advice. The Fair Trade Participatory Warranty System was based on the WTO, World Trade Organization, which has a international warranty system that includes 10 principles, 10 fair trade principles, and international labor conventions. The Good Market has adopted and adapted these principles to for their PGS fair trade system. What is the importance? I mentioned before the FGP PGS, the Forest Garden Product PGS. Sri Lanka, like other countries in South Asia, are home of forest gardens. Forest gardens are usually small areas, land areas, where tree-dominated crops are grown, together with other non-tree crops. Like in Sri Lanka, we find this forest garden producing nuts, fruits, spices, palm syrup, etc. This type of system of cultivation generally is organic by default, because the system itself is resilient to pests and diseases, and doesn't require great inputs to maintain the nutrition of the soil. So for a long time, these people in Sri Lanka have been practicing this technique of forest garden, and they harvest products that have a very high market in the value in the market. But so far, they have been selling these products just as conventional products, and have not had a recognition of the value of the forest garden. Forest gardens actually have been demonstrated to help maintaining and recovering local biodiversity while serving as a crop system for farmers. So at the Good Market, many of these products are already being sold, but only as organic PGS. And because of while consumers are getting more and more aware of the value of this type of forest garden systems, we have decided to develop, together with the IFN, the International Analog Forestry System, and the third-party certification body, that is the FGPIC, we are developing the standards for FGP PGS, Participatory Warranty System for Forest Garden Products, so forest gardeners.
1 minute left.
Really? Well, what are the achievements of the Good Market? Presently, we have 520 producer promises, 120 current farmers certified, 14 trips organized, 69 volunteers. We have applied for IFOAM membership, and we will have our first annual assembly on October 24, and we are in the process of developing the FGP PGS. What makes this participatory guarantee, good market participatory guarantee system unique or strength, we find that the input and participations of consumers is very important. We have seen that many of these systems are based mostly in the producers. In this case, consumers have had a lot to say and have given very important inputs. The marketplace that has created a space for interrelations between consumers and producers has been very important as well. The fact of getting the involvement of a third-party certification, helping with the training of external evaluators have been key. And the perspective of having developed other PGS like fair trade and free range, and the perspective of having the forest garden products, that I think that it is an example that can be replicated in many other countries and areas where these practices of forest garden is common. That's it. Thank you very much.
Sorry to be so brutal, but we are facing the very difficult challenge of finishing the session at 1, and we have 4, even 5 more speakers. So please, speakers, try to keep it short, and the audience, keep your questions for the afternoon fishbowl on PGS, because there will be a fishbowl on CSA, but also a fishbowl on PGS, which will be at 4:30 this afternoon. Will it be in the same room? Same room? Same room. Probably. Okay, now we have the lone representative from Africa today, from the country of